Geek Dad Life presents Toy Geeks, a live toy talk show. Tonight we're going to talk about finally getting to see Wave 8 of Masters of the Universe Origins in their packaging. We're also going to talk about some figures and characters revealed in the CGI HeMan toy line. We'll also talk about McFarlane's Batman line not getting any better in the head sculpt department. We'll share our latest toy hauls, try to Stump John, all of that and more tonight on Toy Geeks. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toy Geeks. My name is Jay, and with me, as always, on this journey of toy geekery is my good friend, John. John, how you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing well. I'm doing really well for a Sunday, I think. Watched some football today. I know, was it the Rams and the Niners are going at it right now. And seeing as I don't have a football team anymore, I can just kind of like just watch it, and there's no stakes whatsoever.
Yep.
And that's it. But yeah, and funny enough, just kind of stumbled upon a lot of toys this weekend, just going out and shopping, being quarantined for up till I think Thursdays, once we all kind of like did our full whatever, and went out and found some cool stuff. So, you know, I just kind of getting back into the swing of things post having the Rona, and excited to be here tonight, John. What's that shirt you got on there? What is that?
Oh, Quince.
Nice. That's awesome.
One of my very best friends up in Mass was out at Cape Cod, and of course you go to Cape Cod and like all the gift shops, lots of Jaws stuff.
Nice.
So he had to pick it up for me. So I was super excited.
Awesome. All right, there is a ton of people in the chat. And I just saw Jason post. He was like, "You should put a timer on, see how quick you can get." So I'm going to put a 1 minute timer. See how quickly I can get through all these names. Are we ready? See how far much I fail at this. Here we go. Starting timer right now. We've got Beast Mode in the house. Michael White Gervais, Alpha Triumph, Cobweb, Space Cowboy is here. James Sterling, Roberto, Pop Actor, Evil Villain, Mecha Manblade. We've also got Map Room Gaming, James Sterling, Dartherian, and Landeros. David V. Jason is here. Jeff Morris, Sean's Toy Channel, Michael Palmer, Mike Giorlico, VCG Cosplay, New Bot, Darth Maximus, as well as Renders FX, New Bob, Brandon TV, John Rhodes, Phineas Bog. We also got Jason and Celia's. We've got Sean's Toy Channel. We've also got Retro Dan 81, Bearded Stay Puff Guy, Brandon 3G. All Music Fan is in the house, as well as Ghost Poppers, Daxi Mill, Comics 1017. We've also got Jack Knight, 16-Bit Misfit, Black Box Studios. We've also got, that's the minute timer, but I'm going to keep going anyway. Adam, Charles. We've also got, oh my God, Overman, Flash, Liquid Cucumber, Hung Wen is here, Jonathan Morello, Ryan Dole is here, Macanita Silva, Adam, Chris, Helder, Joshua, Ruth. We've also got Black Phoenix Toy and Fun, J Mac. We've also got Beast Wars here. We've also got Adam, Nick Capelli, Mobile Recluse, Scott Baker, Riley Bob, Todd Smith, Toy Art, Mikey Dubs, and Doomed, Newbot, Gradius, Ship Pilot, Daco, Kevin Lamb, Hilder, Neil, Free Reign, Boomstick, Jamie Vaughn, oh my God, and Shannon Griffin.
That's 2 minutes, right?
That was probably 2 minutes. I felt about 2 minutes. And Will Lumble.
I think it throws you off when you see a name that you haven't recognized yet.
Exactly. Oliver, Neil, Death Knight, AC West, here live for once. Well, welcome. Sep as well. Exactly. Time limits don't exist on Toy Geeks. Oh my goodness. Oh wait, Alias. I'm sorry, Alias, Angel Alias. Here's your shout out, my friend. If I missed you, just know I'm sorry. It's not on purpose. It's just there's a lot of names on there. I'm just trying to do my best. All right, John. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, so I don't think we can waste any more time. Okay. So no more of my yammering. Let's get into it here. All right. Wave 8 of Masters of the Universe Origins. I think we saw the listings, God, what felt like a lifetime ago. And some of the package figures were taking a while for us to finally see them. I think Clawful was the one kind of bringing up the rear, but finally we saw images of that in package this week. So let's look at those. But I think there's more to talk about here with Wave 8 before we kind of move on to anything else. So let me share my screen here. Let's look at the figures in box. And it's kind of like this is the last step before we see them in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say I still don't know how I feel about the slightly silvery Horde Trooper. What are you feeling?
I gotta wait until it's in hand. You know, I gotta make my final decision once I have it. I'm not really sold on it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it might change once I have it and I'm playing with it. I probably won't care about the silver. But I think it, you know, once you can see it, is it silver? Like, is it going to be like metallic? Is it just silver paint? Is it a vac metal? It's hard to tell.
It looks like it's in the plastic. It looks like that kind of pearlescent.
Yeah, a little pearlescent in the plastic, not so much the paint.
Mm-hmm. What would you prefer? Would you prefer it in the plastic or the paint or what? What's your?
I think I like just gray, just like the old one.
Same, kind of like that light gray. Because I even, you know, as I'm replacing the vintage toys with these MOTU Origins figures in my Eternian playset display, you know, I love the Horde Trooper, but it's a rare figure that I would like to get it off, you know, sitting out all day. And but still, like that, it's so perfect in that gray. I'm just like, is this the real test? Will be like, I think All Music said like it's really what you see it in hand. But I'm not 100% sold on it yet. Same. And All Music says they could do it in any color, and they have, right? We've already gotten a black version, a red version, and then we got this kind of silvery version. But I really just want a gray plastic one. But I'll still,
maybe it'll be a running change, kind of like the HeMan and Skeletor heads on, you know, the regular editions.
Yeah. Christian says, "Do you have the old one to compare it?" Yes, I do, but it's over there. But I mean, if you just had to guess, though, it's like it's not silvery like this. It's just like a gray plastic. There's no metally silvery look to it whatsoever. And I assume maybe they're going for this because the Horde Trooper would be more metally looking in person if you were in real life on the cartoon. But weren't they even like wider in the cartoon? I'm trying to remember that. Or were they kind of? I'm trying to.
Yeah, they weren't as. I think they were like a little bit paler than even the toy.
Mm-hmm. When is Wave 8 in retail? We'll close out on Wave 8 by talking about that because I think there's a little bit to dig in there because a little bit of drama on the Big Bad Toy Store. But yeah, I think we'll see. This is the one that's kind of like jury's out the most for me on this wave is the Horde Trooper, for sure. All right, let's go on to Anti-Eternia He-Man. I know people love the Anti-Eternia stuff. I'm kind of like, meh, but I think this figure actually looks pretty darn awesome in package.
Yeah. I think this is going to be the one where I'm probably going to leave this in the package. I'm going to leave this carded if I can get it unpunched. If I can get one unpunched, I'm going to put it in the clamshells we got. I think it looks good just like that. I'm not a big fan of the Anti-Eternia He-Man like in the display. Like, I don't even have the classics version because I wasn't a big fan.
Yeah, same. Well, I don't have any classics anymore, really, but yeah, no, I agree. But it looks it pops. It pops here even more so, I think, than the classics one. I don't know why. I think it's really the colors are really popping here.
Yeah, this looks like it's, you know, it almost looks like an art toy or a bootleg custom kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think it looks good carded. I'll keep it like that.
Yep. Ryan Dole, Faker greater than Anti-Eternia. Agreed. Faker wins all day. But I think this one looks really good though. And yeah, would love a Slime Pit Horde Origins He-Man. This may pave the way. Agreed. Like out of all of them, like a Horde Slime Pit version of He-Man would be freaking awesome. But it had to be translucent, right? Like I feel like it would have to be. Or
Yeah,
no?
it would end up going the way of the Crystal Pepsi Skeletor, where you can see like even though it's translucent, you'll still see all of the discs in the joints. So it doesn't look great.
Yeah. And that's the only translucent figure they've done, because Green Goddess they kind of you know,
Yeah,
avoided doing the
it's just a
translucent
solid
present.
color.
Yeah. VGC cosplay Halloween He-Man. Jason says, I love Evil Twins. I say bring him on. Yes, yeah, exactly. I need Slime Pit He-Man for sure.
I'm gonna say if we
No,
get a
we'll
slime pit
squeeze it.
He-Man, he'll come with the slime pit.
Yeah, that's true. I think Ryan Dole just said it. Yeah. But it depends if we get a slime pit or not. You know, I don't know. Like there's the rumors of the line ending and all that kind of stuff, and you know, I guess we'll have to kind of wait and see what happens. But still, I think it's pretty cool. Shocking to me that this would be not the least most interested in this line, since the Horde Trooper is still kind of making me feel a little, we'll see. But I still think it looks pretty good. All right, next up is SunMan. Now we are getting a like Mattel Creations exclusive version of this figure, which is supposed to drop this month or in February. I believe Wyla Eason, the person that created this character, said on Twitter that because there's the normal release, I think is going to be at Target this month at some point in time for Black History Month. But that is the normal retail release, not the Mattel Creations exclusive, which is different. So if you remember my coverage of it back then, I think we even talked about it here on Toy Geeks. The Mattel Creations exclusive has like that opening up card back that was shown on that was used in the She-Ra figure. So it has kind of like a Origins comic on the inside of it, which is really cool. And I think it has some extra accessories and stuff like that, an extra head sculpt, things along those lines. So this is the normal retail release of SunMan, which apparently will hit retail at Target.
I think it's Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
I think pre-orders open on Tuesday.
Yeah, February 1st, SunMan and King Grayskull. As again, I think it's tying into Black History Month, which I think is really cool. Again, I think SunMan's such not just a neat character and a neat lore of kind of those part like Masters of the Universe, but not really Masters of the Universe figures from the 80s. But also its backstory is incredible. So I think it does tie really nicely in with Black History Month. So I really dig that. It is interesting though, just because Wave 8. If this is in Wave 8 has its own issues. So it's interesting to see how all of that's going to play out for sure. We'll talk about that in a second. But overall, John, thoughts here on SunMan?
I'm excited for it. This will give me an opportunity to buy the regular release because I want to keep that Mattel Creations one sealed.
Yep. And
I know this package looks awesome. You know, I love how they put the original logo on the bubble.
Yes.
You know, just like they did with, you know, like New Adventures and Classics and the Galactic Protectors or whatever.
Yep.
So it looks good. Looks real good. I'm excited.
Yep. Ryan says SunMan is a must-have. Just exactly. I mean, just for the backstory alone, I think it's incredible. It's an amazing story. I think if you go to the official SunMan website, they have the video posted of that one they showed at PowerCon this past year. But it's a really inspiring story. And let's see, I believe Neil Hunter, are we assuming the version Targets will be the same one we've all pre-ordered from Big Bad Toy Store? So the one that Target's going to get is this normal retail release. Wyla Eason, the creator of SunMan, confirmed as such on Twitter this past week, I believe. So the one that Target will have on February 1st, along with King Grayskull. King Grayskull is going to be in that kind of deluxe Revelation packaging, but the SunMan is just the normal retail release as far as the creator says. The one that we got on MattelCreations.com or creations.mattel.com, whatever you want to call it, those are, she said, are shipping out later this month. I think it's all kind of hitting at the same time. But the thing to remember here is Mattel's facing a lot of shipping issues, which will tie into the Wave 8 drama that we'll talk about a little bit later. Black Phoenix, the second head will come in that Mattel Creations set, not this one. So it will not come with that. Space Cowboy agree this story is really special. Totally agree. Yeah, exactly. SunMan's theme music is sunny. Yeah, it's always sunny. The SunMan there is hilarious. Rams tied it up. There you go. 7 minutes left. We'll see how that turns out. All right. Last but not least, Clawful picture showed up, but the image quality is not great, but we'll kind of roll with it here. But what's interesting is I don't know if it's just a bad picture or what, but what's going on with Clawful's neck?
I don't know. It looks like it's not even part of the armor, or the armor is just too tall, or they gave him a weird neck extension. I don't understand what is happening there. I'm hoping it's just a strange angle. I don't know. But it's it's like it's turtleneck Clawful. He's got the articulated baby claw and a turtleneck.
It's so grainy, and I will not make the mistake of critiquing a grainy photo again, like we do with those Revelation figures, until you kind of see it in person. But it is weird. It looks like something's there.
He's wearing a dickie.
Comics. Obviously, Clawful is scared of vampires. Retroaction. Somebody clawed that image. Kermit the Frog neck flaps. Ryan Dole, Clawful is one of my favorites. Thick neck or not, I'm getting him. Give him the claws. Oh my god, I'm hungry for Red Lobster every time I see Clawful. Yeah, Brock Lesnar as Clawful. Nice one, Mike. Again, I gotta feel that, because we saw this one at PowerCon. It didn't have a weird neck collar.
No, so, it looked normal.
Yeah,
it should.
Yeah, so I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna assume maybe it's just because it's not a very high res photo, so it could just be some weird digital thing. So I don't put too much stock into this image, everyone.
No, because why would they change the armor like that, or the neck, whatever?
Yeah. We shall see. Yeah, exactly. Went vintage with the pixel count. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was from a GeoCities webpage, so that actually checks out. So let's talk about this for a second. Is this wave still up for sale? Big Bad Toy Store took their page down for pre-order. So, John, thoughts here? Or did you hear about this? Did you hear about?
Yeah.
Getting
how the pre-orders just disappeared.
Yeah.
It's strange because if Target is able to sell or pre-order just SunMan, but is Mattel going to make specific solid cases of SunMan for Target? Like, I think that's where it's getting muddy for Mattel and the exclusive retailers, because everything so far, like aside from waves that have HeMan and Skeletor, like I think everything is even counts.
Yep.
So if it's a 4-figure case for each wave, and they have to figure out, well, if we're giving Target, who knows, 10,000 SunMans, how are we going to, subtract that from all the cases that should have a SunMan in it? So it's an equal wave for every other store and every other outlet or retailer, whoever. I think that's where everything is kind of getting screwed up for them, and they didn't kind of plan this out.
Yeah. I heard from secondary sellers, not, people that kind of sell it as a much smaller vendor, getting told that Target and Walmart was getting priority, and the secondary seller, or the lower tier sellers, were being told, because Mattel's had a really hard time with the shipping delays and stuff like that. So they've been, whatever has been coming has been prioritized to the Targets and the Walmarts of the world. That's hearing from smaller toy vendors. I'm not going to name names, but that's what they're saying. And I think it's almost, you can see the truth in that, because even here, Big Bad Toy Store removed Wave 8, and Wave 7 is still up for pre-order. I don't know if they fulfilled Wave 7 pre-orders yet. Or I know I had, even today, I went through just to kind of do some maintenance on my Big Bad Toy Store pre-orders. And Wave 7, I forgot that I pre-ordered it from them, and it still hadn't shipped. back whenever it's sold. But I had already found Wave 7 at Target a month or so ago, so I canceled the pre-order.
Right.
So to me, that almost like confirms that. And Wave 7's been pretty easily. I mean, I don't make anybody feel bad if you haven't found it yet, but at least in our area, Wave 7 has been fairly easy to find at Target. Along with Wave 6 hasn't been too hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I almost think that kind of backs up what you're talking about here, John, where the Targets and the Walmarts are getting priority and the secondary stores are not, because I've heard from some of those smaller toy dealer friends as well that, you know, their Wave 8 orders have been like pushed back to July because of the shipping constraints.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's true, that might be why Big Bad Toy Store has kind of pulled this back. They still haven't gotten Wave 7. And they're probably thinking, well, when are we going to get Wave 8? Like, but it's kind of weird still. You'd assume they get Wave 8 eventually, so why not put in the order?
I'm willing to bet it's not only because of the wave. I think there's something going on with Big Bad and their pre-orders, because the Palace Guard, the Eternian Guards, that's still up for pre-order.
Yep.
When those were initially put up for pre-order, I ordered them from Big Bad and Entertainment Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And whichever one was fulfilled first, I canceled the other.
Yeah.
I've had my guards from Entertainment Earth now for months.
Yeah.
And then, a month after that, they started showing up at Big Lots.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of other vendors are getting theirs. I think there's something going on, not just with like all the waves, shipping, everything. There's something going on with Big Bad Toy Store.
What do you think it is? Like, so what is it? Just Origins? Because I saw people saying here they canceled the last wave of WWE Origins.
Yeah, I think it's going to be something with Mattel, because there's definitely a, what's the word? I can't think of it, but there's something going on. There's a pattern here with Mattel and Big Bad. I think the past 2 orders of WWE stuff was canceled from Big Bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Stridor was initially put up, that was just taken off. Like,
it was
gone. And it's showing up everywhere at Target. It's on Amazon for less than retail.
It already shipped it from Amazon. People are getting it from Amazon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You'll see mine in my halls.
But
so I think they, like, Big Bad needs to do some sort of communication house cleaning with Mattel's distributors, because if all this stuff is, I think we're too late in the game to say it's still on a ship somewhere. True. I think we're past that, because these waves are months old. Yes, the shipping delays on ships and the containers are, the backlog was huge, but so many other places have gotten theirs. So I'm gonna say there's got to be something going on with Big Bad and Mattel's system somewhere.
Yeah.
Because there's other stuff showing up outside of Mattel. There's Hasbro stuff showing up. People are getting from Big Bad that were pre-orders that are still on pre-order. They're not even supposed to be street dated yet, but people are getting them from Big Bad.
Yeah.
So I think the example is just Mattel. There's something happening.
Yeah.
Because maybe another thing is they're just taking pre-orders with no limits. Because now, like, look at Wave 7. How many people have that in their pre-orders and have had them since what? Right after PowerCon, pretty much. Back in September.
Yep.
So maybe if they never shut that off, if they just say, "Oh, well, it's just going to keep going."
Yeah. And
if somebody just continues to order, and then they get their own backlog, and they'll never fulfill it. I don't know what to say about it.
Yeah. Yeah. If there's anyone from Big Bad Toy Store that wants to come on and talk about it, I'm sure, because I would assume they're doing everything in their power to try and figure it out, but clearly there's a disconnect somewhere.
And I would love to know how it all works.
Yeah. And again, it just may be from what I have heard from, smaller toy retailers, the Mattel just shipping situation has been a mess. It has just been a mess. Even with things showing up, and things are showing up, but it's been a big stressor. They keep pushing back release dates on it. And so some stuff shows up, some doesn't. And it's just, I think it has been a mess, and especially with weird things like people getting their guards from Big Lots. Mine came in, and I can't remember. I have to remember. I got 2, and I must have not gotten them from Big Bad Toy Store. But now I'm trying to remember where maybe I did Amazon. I don't. Were they on Amazon? I can't remember where I bought them because I have them here. I have to like go back and kind of check my records to see where they came from. But
yeah, they were a shared exclusive between EE and BBTS, and then of course Big Lots. On surprisingly.
Yep. Yeah. Most Targets in my area have had shelf. Yeah, MOTU's been pretty healthily stocked at Targets. And just recently the animated stuff started showing up at Target. I saw a bunch of the Battle Cats and multiple Targets. I don't know if you found one of the Battle Cats there yet.
Yet.
And just one Skeletor. Weirdly, one Skeletor each time. Like I went to 3 different Targets. They all had Battle Cats pretty easily, but they had just one Skeletor, which is weird. So I don't know what that is.
That one Skeletor they sent.
Yeah, okay, maybe I did get it from Big Bad, because if people have gotten it from, I must have gotten it from Big Bad Toy Store, because that's generally what I pre-order from. Just because I haven't had any issues with them for years and years and years and years, I feel like. So we'll see. Yeah, it'll be curious to see how the Toy Fair stuff is handled since Toy Fair was canceled, right? It's still canceled, right? Toy Fair.
Yep.
I
mean, I bet we see the leaks from international sites, just like we always do prior to any official announcement. We'll see the grainy pictures, and then we'll have a show and talk about what could be coming out of a grainy picture.
Oh my god, it's a pinnacle, a staple of Toy Geeks. Yes, Toy Fair was canceled, Mecha Man Blade. But if I would assume these toy companies have had stuff that they've been holding to reveal. So we'll kind of see how that plays out. But still, it's interesting. Scott Knightlick has been beating the Origins is canceled drum for a while now. And Mattel, even at PowerCon, are like, it's not canceled. So we'll just have to see how it all plays out. But I think even if they stop making retail waves, I think they still go on Mattel Creations. Kind of what's your thoughts there on that, John? Like how many waves left are there in Origins?
I mean, I bet 5 waves easily. Because, on top of all of the regular stuff that they still need to get to, they're going to do more SunMan stuff, so we're definitely going to get Pigman, I assume, because he's on the card art.
Yep.
Anything else more out of the SunMan line, and if they can get to any other lines that had that MOTU body, that 5.5-inch buck, I'd love to get to some Warlord figures, or just some one-offs from Suco or Sun Gold, any of those companies, if they were able to pull that off. But I do see, once the line is done, at retail, sticking with Mattel Creations for the more premium things or more niche products. Like what was the last thing? Oh, Wondar is going to Mattel Creations, and there's one other figure that was announced too. I'm trying to remember who that was.
Let me I think we've shown this list on the channel before, but Evil Villain just shared it with me on Instagram. So let me pull it up real quick. These are the list of the figures that apparently, were kind of like revealed, so to speak.
Oh yeah.
So King Randor, Digitino, Whiplash, Pighead, Mantenna. So there's definitely ones like Wave 9. I believe Wave 9, King Randor, and maybe King Hiss were a part of that too. So there's stuff to come. And we're getting Wondar. Wondar's already been announced. Like, I think that's a Mattel. Isn't that this quarter?
It is. Yeah, that's a Mattel Creations exclusive.
Yeah.
So we got to be on the lookout for when that goes up for sale, because that'll sell out in a second.
Yep. Yeah, we've talked about Mantena. Like, is it gonna be deluxe, or are they gonna? I think John, you said it's going to be just the compressed kind of 4 legs.
Yeah, compressed legs, two legs on one.
Yeah, 2000X Skeletor. We'll have to see how that plays out, because I'd love a more. If there's any criticism I have of the 2000X toy line is the heads are tiny.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be cool to have like a 2000X Skeletor, maybe better proportioned in the
yeah
line.
Yeah. or it's going to be Disco Skeletor.
Well, almost, why are you saying odds are going to be $1 slim to none? It's going to be on Mattel Creations. Like that's like the first one they're doing.
Yeah, that's set in stone. That's happening.
Yeah. I don't know. Whenever we have the
Oh yeah, it's Coldar. That's right, Cobweb.
Wendar and Coldar. Oh yeah, if they don't do a Disco Skeletor in the Origins line,
that's what I wonder if that 2000X Skeletor is going to be.
Oh,
because we don't need another regular Deco Skeletor. I mean, unless they add more black, because he had didn't he have more black in his armor, like the regular release?
Yeah,
and then it was gold. It had like the gold bat or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got man, unless they do a Mattel Creations Disco Skeletor, but that has to happen. Deluxe package with a tiny disco ball floating above him. That's what they should do. Just like they did a similar package to the Crystal Skeletor, how it's like in a box and he's standing.
Mm-hmm.
Should be in there with a little disco ball.
They need to. Oh my God, they need to. But I love that. I love that thought, John. The 2000X Skeletor slot here is for Disco Skeletor. Yeah. So Soulcraft, great point. I would love new adventures in this 5.5 mold. 100%.
Definitely.
New adventures is kind of having a little bit of those figures, which were like a dime a dozen, are getting a little expensive now.
Yes, they are. They are getting pricey.
All Music clarifies. I know Wendar is coming, but ordering will be a challenge as he was sold out too fast. I hope not, because that Wendar is like maybe number 1 on my most wanted list. I want it so bad because I've loved that figure for so long. What are they, like $2,000 now or whatever? Something stupid like that. Like, I'm not spending.
Yeah, you're gonna pay $1,500, $2,000 for a Wonder Bread.
That on a HeMan toy. I could buy a new Gibson Les Paul guitar for that much money.
You could buy another robotic transformer for that kind of money.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we need more. As I look at my display and like replacing with Origins and the vintage figures, Snake Man, we haven't got a single one yet.
Not even Cobra Khan.
Yeah, not even Cobra Khan, and Horde as well. Horde is severely underrepresented. So, whatever happens, Mattel, however you do it, whether you say the retail is just too difficult, blah 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 blah, I don't care. But you need to at least do all the vintage stuff. You don't get the rest until the vintage stuff is done.
But you can't really say retail is too difficult. The past 2 years have been difficult for every company keeping product on the shelves. It's a shame that Mattel, the timeline is coinciding like this. If Origins was released 6 months from now, it would be much better.
Yep.
And I assume we don't know what's going to happen.
Sure. But
I don't think Mattel could say Origins is failing at retail. It's because it's just hard to keep on the shelves. It's hard to get out there. And they really did put out too many He-Man and Skeletor figures.
Oh, sure. Yeah. And I think Targets have finally clearanced those a little bit, but I want to plus in this comment here from Plastic Geek. The only Origins going on clearance is Battle Cats and the 2-packs. And it's true. It's out of all the lines that Target always clear, and Target's very quick to the clearance. I probably should. I took a picture today. We went to Target today as part of our normal errands, and Oh my God, the poor Eternals figures. It was just shelves and shelves of Eternals Marvel Legends figures on clearance. I feel like we'll be able to get those figures for like a nickel a piece eventually, because nobody, even in clearance, nobody's buying them.
You'll be able to get them for free out of the trash in the back.
So, you know, but yeah, never saw wave 2, 3, or 4. A lot of those earlier waves really didn't show up. Maybe like once, one shipment, and that was it for a lot of places. And so I think, and even still, even 7, which has been pretty healthily available at Targets and stuff, sells through. Like I go to my local Targets and Walmart's pretty regularly.
Mm-hmm.
And the stuff sells through. The only thing that didn't sell through has been the Battle Cats and the Skeletor and He-Man. And of course, the infamous Rise of Evil 2-pack. But still, yeah. We'll just have to wait and see. But I agree with you, John. I think I don't think Mattel has a real excuse to say it's not successful, unless they want to shift priorities because of the new movie being announced. It's going to be on Netflix, live action. And whenever we have our special guests on, hopefully it'll be in February. Fingers crossed everything lines up with our schedules, since they are, could maybe shed some more light on that deal for the live action movie. So maybe I could see Origins being pulled from retail because they want to focus on the CGI series or whatever, because that's what's out. I don't know, but we'll see. Pop Actor says his in Canada, the Toys R Us have tons of He-Man and Skeletor with the vintage head. I have seen one He-Man with the vintage head at one of my Walmarts, but the card was beat up. And I'd probably just keep it on the card anyway. So I'll just wait to see if I can find Rams win. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
all my 49er friends, I'm sorry. And to all my Rams fans, friends, I'm happy for you. Because as a former Chargers fan, I hope Rams become the team that everybody loves in LA and people hate the Chargers in LA. That'd be my... I'm a jilted lover, John. I am jealous, or not jealous. I don't care, but I'm the ex that wants my ex to fail. Which I'm not that way with like my partner exes, my human exes, but for football exes, you can go to hell. All right, Ram Man for the win, indeed. And fans love Rams fans. Fred Meyer. Fred Meyer is like a Chicago-ish place, right? If I remember correctly.
I don't know. I don't know where that place is. I've heard of them, but I've never seen one.
Polka. Anyway, all right, let's keep. God, we got to keep moving. We got a bajillion things to talk about.
Oh John. Wow, we're already almost 40 minutes in.
We are. So let's keep moving here. This cannot be a 7-hour show. I'm not going to allow it. I remember who sent me on this. I think it was Data Filmworks tagged me in this. But I love this kind of rendered using the Little People castle as a Castle Grayskull. I love this. I love the Fisher-Price Little People castle set. It's one of the best play sets of all time. My kids have it. But is Mattel own Fisher-Price?
I don't. Yes.
Maybe. I don't know. I think they're Fisher-Price, aren't they?
Does Fisher-Price make Imagine Next?
Yes.
So then it must be Mattel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. All I know is either somebody a customizer or somebody I would love, because really it's all there. And I think you could even do a better job with the skull portion of the castle, because this is just kind of painting the normal front of the Fisher-Price Little People castle. I have my boys, I have a bunch of Little People play sets and they love them. So I have the castle play set, they play with it. I would love a customizer to make one of these. If anybody out there's a really good customizer, I will send you a Fisher Price Little People castle. And if you can make a Castle Grayskull version of it, you'd be my hero. This is fan made. There is people who are saying this isn't real. This
isn't real. And obviously, if it was real, it would say ages 2 to 100, not 2 to 8.
From kids 1 to 92. I would, yeah, and I love the little people HeMan. I would love this, and I would buy it like that. And greatest ship. Thank you. Mattel owns Fisher Price. There you go.
Didn't they do Little People Masters figures? They did that. They did a 4-pack, didn't they?
Wasn't
that Little People?
You're right. It's the new Little People, so it's the they're like actual just little full people. They're not the little like peg things. So you're right. They did. But I want it like old school like this. So there you go. Fisher Price has been Mattel since '93. Yeah, it's just Hasbro or Mattel just buys everything up because there's our corporate overlords for you. But Evil Villain says Masters of the Universe CGI second season is supposed to drop March 3rd. Well,
it's happening.
Very exciting. All right. Moving on. McFarlane. If I had the line like, honey, what is you doing? That is what I would say to McFarlane right now, because what the heck is going on with these head sculpts? It's bad. It's really bad.
It's terrible. And here's the thing. Aside from the articulation, the bodies aren't terrible. And there are so many sculptors that are essentially subcontractors that sculpt nothing but heads. So the bodies are made in-house. They're essentially just scanned off of screenshots and all that.
Sure.
And then a contractor will sculpt just the head, and they'll have an example of the body to fit it on if they're doing it in wax or they're going to print it, whatever the case is. But man, McFarlane is really phoning this stuff in. It is so bad.
Oh,
and after we met this weekend, we were talking about it, and I said, I'm ready to just stop collecting McFarlane because there's so much coming out that just looks so terrible.
Yeah. It's because the thing is and the thing is frustrating is that it's this Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing with McFarlane, where the Batman 66 line, yes, the articulation is limited, but I think it's kind of what they're going for. I didn't really care so much, but the head sculpts I thought were really good on those. Maybe save for Robin. Really good.
But the Robin is decent too.
Yeah, it's not bad. But this looks awful. And then we made a lot of fun of the him in street clothes or whatever. But what is this? It doesn't. Maybe this is the best looking head sculpt out of all of them. The what's the actor's name?
Pattinson, Robert Pattinson.
And to me, I'm an R. Pats fan. I think post the Twilight trilogy or whatever, those movies, he's actually, I think, a fantastic actor. I think just look at big movies. What was that? Tenet. He's fantastic. He's fantastic in a ton of things. So I have no. This isn't like somebody saying, "Oh, the Twilight, Edward Cullen is Batman." I'm not doing that because I think the movie's going to be good. I really am excited about the movie. R. Bats, whatever you want to say. I think can do a really good job because I think he's a really good actor. But this head sculpt is terrible. But this is the best one because it kind of looks like him.
Kind of. But another thing that burns me is, okay, so we're getting this head on that body where he's wearing like the too much clothing. Is Joey Tribbiani wearing all of Chandler's clothes,
Could
right?
I be wearing any more clothes? Yes.
So we're getting that head on that body. We're getting this head on this body, but we're getting a regular Batman cowl on this body as well. So McFarlane is just continuously pumping out garbage instead of just saying, here, buy one figure with two heads twice.
Mm-hmm.
It's and I really hope people just stay away. I really hope people just don't buy this.
Oh, yeah. Premium toy, go hire NECA people. Yeah. Whoever there's, I think we were talking about this when we met in person yesterday. Like, whoever they're subbing this out to on the sculpting department, you need to change it because as Cobweb says, it's turtable.
And yes, and everybody's saying it. Spin Masters killing it with a inexpensive 4-inch figure, which typically the 4-inch figures, they're not that great sculpts.
No,
but proof is in the pudding. Both of us have now seen the Spin Master versions in hand.
Yep.
They look fantastic compared to this.
Yeah, I went full screen. Let me get out of this real quick. But yeah, I did want to call that out because I think the Spin Master stuff looks great. And I'm definitely with the Batmobile and maybe a couple other figures because I think the Spin Master is actually doing a pretty decent job. But let me pull up, I think, the greatest travesty of all of these head sculpts. It's the Selena Kyle, the Catwoman. Because, and I told you this in person, Zoe Kravitz is one of the most beautiful, not just like hot woman or whatever, just one of the most beautiful human beings on earth. Because it's the daughter of Lenny Kravitz, again, one of the most beautiful human beings ever, and
Lisa Bonet.
Lisa Bonet, again, one of the most beautiful human beings on the planet, and they both made a child, Zoe Kravitz, who is also one of the most beautiful human beings on the planet.
Perfect storm
of just human beauty. And this is what you do for her head sculpt? What is this? It's awful. It's just bad. It's
you know what it's kind of like? We're back in time and it's pre Hasbro and pre Mattel doing the real scan face tech.
Yes.
It exists, McFarlane. It exists. And you know what? It's probably less work to scan a face than it is to sculpt a face.
Yes.
So I don't understand what is going on here.
I agreed. Like I don't get it. And this isn't me saying this like I'm trying to dump on McFarlane. I think McFarlane has done some. I think they've done some great things with the DC.
Yeah, they had a good couple of years. It's the last few months that have been falling apart. Ever since he turned Batman into a monster truck, and that's not Batman driving a monster truck. He is a truck.
But you're right. There's just been this shift, and it's just turned into big piles of turds. Somebody said getting an email from where is it at? Maybe I missed it, but somebody said we're gonna get contacted by McFarlane. Happy to have them come on and just explain because I don't want to be one of those people that's just like, oh, you guys are the worst. I understand how hard it is to probably make something, in any case, so I don't want to dump on because I believe toy making is an art form. And I believe that artists make toys. And so I never want to dump on an artist, right? Because I think art is art and everyone can appreciate it in different ways. But I think we can all, and especially a company like McFarlane take on this lifestyle. I think they've done great stuff. And so I don't want to make it seem like I just want to dump on everything. And I don't think we do on this channel, on this show specifically. But this is just not good. It's just not good. It doesn't look good at all.
No. And we can't say, we're dumping on McFarlane because go back since we started doing the show, and I praise McFarlane. I've been buying figures out of every wave.
Yeah.
And the work was always great. It's just something happened. Maybe it's
Mhm.
internal at McFarlane. And a lot of people are saying, McFarlane is sculpting terrible figures. McFarlane isn't actually sculpting anything.
Yeah, sure.
He draws stuff. He hires the people are hired at McFarlane to do this work. It's just it's not good. There's some really talented people out there that can sculpt
Yeah.
really great heads or just do the real scan tech.
Yeah. And I'm with you, John. Just take the easy way. Hasbro, the Hasbro figures look great with the face scan technology.
Yeah,
Just
and
take the easy route.
Mattel does it with the WWE figures.
Yeah. Just there's no harm in it because they look fantastic. Just take the easy. You're not Hot Toys. Just take the easy way out.
Yep.
So yeah, and I did want to show. I forgot on the MOTU. I don't think I showed the CGI stuff, but we'll get back to that in a second. But this is a picture I took in my Walmart of the and this Selena Kyle looks miles better than, and this is a cheapo 4-inch figure, 2-pack.
Yeah,
this looks
and if it was sold individually, be a $7 figure.
I know. So, it's just do this face scan, whatever it is. Like if whatever you gotta pay, or whomever, just find the whatever, just from Hasbro, the tech, whatever it is, spend that money, because whatever you're spending on the sculptors that are doing it is not working.
Nope.
It looks ridiculously better. And these, but yeah, Spin Master figures look fantastic. It should not be that way. Just arguably.
Right. They should look as good as one another. We shouldn't be getting Spin Masters that look great. And McFarlane, which is much more premium brand and premium toy.
Yes.
That looks like trash. It looks unfinished. It's like a first pass. It's like they roughed out the head sculpt and be like, it's good. We'll just leave it.
Yeah, so you know what, again, all of the respect in the world to Todd McFarlane and everything that he's accomplished and that company's accomplished and their resurgence in recent years. So I think we both agree, John, because we've given them a lot of praise, but need to step up your game, because that is not good.
No. And what's going to happen with everything else that we're looking forward to? Hopefully for the 89 Batman stuff.
89 Bat.
What's going to happen? It's going to look awful.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, for the Flash stuff, we already got the Ezra Miller Flash figure from Justice League stuff. That looks like it's a good head sculpt. Looks just like him. What happened? Where was that point in time at the McFarlane headquarters where something changed?
So somebody just brought this up. I didn't want to talk about it. Daxamil, completely off subject. Anyone else not getting the Formo Toys site to come up?
Oh, haven't even checked.
So I just pulled it up. Nada.
Uh-oh. Rutro
indeed. Guys.
Yeah, this is not good.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
Thanks, Daxamil, for checking that out, because honestly, since our last show, I hadn't even thought about it.
Space Cowboy says, let me refresh. Nope. Sky don't stock on it for me. So interesting. Breaking news here on Toy Geeks. The Formo site's not coming up.
The Instagram's still active and they haven't deleted any posts.
Okay. So maybe it's just maybe the site's just down.
Maybe they're rebuilding. They're putting their new game plan out.
Maybe. Fingers crossed. Formo Toys, we love you. Hang in there. Whatever you need from us.
Change your name. Set up in a offshore account. Whatever you got to do. Make these.
I think this came up for me. Maybe it's like maybe it's just cached. But it's not coming up. So maybe.
Oh, Gary got it to come up.
Yeah, exactly. It's Evil Attorney Pie. 1 week delay turned to shutdown. It's loading for some people though. So maybe it's just a weird server issue. Maybe it's a completely unrelated issue.
Maybe they're working on it right now. Maybe there's something going on.
Yeah, let me try different browsers. People are saying load it on Chrome. I usually separate because I use Chrome for the StreamYard, the stuff. Stream. Let me pull it up for toys.com. Okay, it is pulling up on Chrome. So whatever that is, let me share it. So I don't know what that's about.
Huh.
So Chrome still has it. Safari doesn't. Whatever that is. I don't know. Does anybody still use an Internet Explorer? Doesn't work on there. Oh my god. Okay, we didn't talk about this. John, I don't know how I didn't talk about it, but Space Cowboy sent this over. In package of Prince Adam. Looks okay. The color seems a little bit off to me. What do you think?
I think it looks great.
Yeah.
I think they did a really good job translating the scale that they need to get to make it look, proper with He-Man. I think it looks really good.
60 minutes. They must have simply blocked your IP.
Oh, that's what it is. It was us.
I hope not. I would feel so bad.
Oh, I hope not too.
Oh my god.
I think this Prince Adam looks fantastic.
I'm excited for there's this element of excitement just because we may be getting a gray skull for this line. So it's like if they do a gray skull really well, I'm gonna be through the roof. Let me share this other thing that Space Cowboy sent. We got our first look at Stratos, and I actually don't like it at all. But what's your thoughts here? The larger scale figures, we've got our first look at Stratos, as well as getting Trapjaw in the lane. But John, what's your thoughts here on our first look at Stratos? I hate that he doesn't have a beard.
Yeah, I'm not liking it. I don't like. I think they just changed too much on him. Like, I don't know. That could be any other character. And I'm not. And the design is okay, but it's not Stratos. Sure. That could be any other character. They could have made one up. I don't care. It's just not Stratos.
No.
Because Stratos was an avian. It was it was a certain like were they a race? What were they? They were just a group, sort of like Buzz Off in the Bee People. Stratos was his own group.
Yep.
They all really look the same, different heights and genders, whatever.
Yeah.
But that just looks like a guy in a suit, another Eternian guy with bladed wing hands.
I think it's a mistake to not have just something that, and again, I applaud this show for taking big leaps, right? Like it takes big leaps. It's doing things different. As far as I know, in the chat, like unlike Revelation, people like pretty much across the board really dig this show, which is surprising because how easily people hate reboots and stuff like that. But on the whole, people love this show. And but again, like even like the Trapjaw, it is very different, but there's those ties that connect it to the original. It's just a little bit.
Yeah, you see Trapjaw right there, but you do not see anything with Stratos.
There's nothing. Like his colors are blue and red and gray. So make a completely different design, but at least maybe include some of the blue, red, and gray because that's very Stratos.
Yeah. And he's got feathers. He has feathers on his jetpack, on the straps. He has feathers on his arms. There's not a lick of feather on him.
No. And it's hard because there's some like Tila and the sorceress doesn't look anything like Tila, but I don't know. It looks better than this. So we'll see, but not digging this first look at this figure in this box.
No,
maybe he looks way cooler in the person. We have a super chat in the chat. Thank you so much for all those that super chat us. The Stratus design is a blatant rip of Falcon, same as MMA and Samus. It definitely has a Falcon vibe to it for sure.
Yeah.
But he can just give him a beard then. Give him a beard or something.
That is a good call. That is so Falcon-y.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's what if Falcon joined Masters.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Orman, we did talk about the movie news a little bit, but excited about it. But there's something with the movie, the He-Man Masters of the Universe movie news where
we've gotten this same sort of news 100 times. The last time we had it was the Noah Centineo, whatever his name was. Like there was another thing confirmed already.
Mm-hmm.
We've been burned over and over since. I'm not going to say 1987 because I love that movie.
Sure,
but there was a point in time when we've been hearing new movie rumblings constantly, different studios, different directors, different writers. So I take everything with a grain of salt.
Agreed. I don't want to just bust in about I agree. It's because Travis looks so generic. I agree. I think that's the problem. But going to the movie thing, it's Lucy and the football with Charlie Brown.
Yep.
Because until it's like we get a trailer or something, I'm not gonna believe it.
Yeah, and until more than Adam/He-Man is cast, I'll be a little bit more excited because this has happened before, where we get a cast Adam character. We get the actor. They say he's cast. The actor does interviews. He's training for the film. Blah blah blah. This has happened before. Once we get something, a little bit more stable, and they say, oh, we started, pre-production, or we started, where they go out and they look for the scene, whatever the places where they're going to film.
And that's where our special guest, I would think probably couldn't share any like insider knowledge, but I would hope he could maybe just give us a hint or something.
Give a little something. Maybe backstage before the show.
And, can we get on set and see what's going on? Do some interviews. Anyway, we'll see. Yeah, location scouting.
Yeah, when things actually start to happen.
It's very, I love Ray Alonso calling us out. MOTU movie is the new Ghostbusters 3. Agreed, because Ghostbusters 3, it was the first thing I became obsessed with on the internet in 1997. I didn't even have the internet at home. I had to go to friends' houses with the internet to like look up rumors about Ghostbusters 3. And it wasn't until this year that we finally got it. So we'll believe when we see it with MOTU. Oh my goodness. I love this spot. I heard Dolph is reprising the He-Man role. He did a good job. I feel like the Masters of the Universe show movie has gained cult status. I think it's fun, even though it's not perfect. It has a lot of problems. It's fun.
Yeah. And Dolph should have a cameo somewhere.
Yes, agreed.
And he'd be up for it. We just got to get the people making the movie to give him that call.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. I remember reading Ghostbusters 3 on CompuServe in 1996. It was the thing that introduced me to the internet. My buddy, I think I've said it before. You remember you're in elementary school, remember your friends' first and last names, or at least I do. Manoli Yanakakis, that was the name. He was Greek. Was like, dude, have you heard about Ghostbusters 3? And I was like, what? It's like, it's on the internet. I'm like, what's the internet?
What's the internet?
At his house, we're having a sleepover or something. And that whole sleepover This became me sitting at his computer, just reading all the freaking rumors as my friends were off, I don't know, playing Goldeneye or something. Anyway.
He wakes up the next morning, the picture finally loaded.
I printed stuff off from the computer so I could go home and like read it, because we didn't get the computer or the internet until 99, I believe, is when we finally got one at home. Oh my God. Anyway, all right. Let's move along here. Whew. We got so much, John. We got to go quicker. We got to move faster. All right. Let's see. Batman. Star Trek. $16.99. About $16 each for the figures.
Ooh. You know what though? That's about the state of toy prices now, because we've had an increase on everything, about $1.50, $2 per figure.
Mm-hmm.
So if we were in pre-inflation prices and these were at say $15 even, that's not bad.
And this is big bad prices, so maybe Walmarts and Targets will come in cheaper.
Yeah, Walmart and Target will probably be like the $15.96 or
exactly
$15.99.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not too bad.
Yeah. Ryan says it may succeed in the Target Boba Fett Marak fiasco of Star Wars Juniors. I'm done pre-ordering. From Target, Walmart. It's pointless.
Nope.
I think Craig said it too on Toy Anxiety this past week. Because it's a 50-50 chance you get it. And it'll show up. Just go if you have luck. Hopefully, if you have a Target close enough that you can check in regularly, you'll probably find it. So Trek Toys, deal with it. I'm getting the ship. But again, I'm gonna wait for retail. I'm not pre-ordering on Big Bad or anything. I hope it'll be. I'm definitely getting some of these figures for sure. Dang, Jay, you live there. But the problem is, like, the Target pre-orders, like, it's 50-50. They'll cancel it. Like, why? There's no the case in point. I mean, it's not that recent, but the dang Plasma Series Ectos, like, it sold out instantly. I didn't get it, but there's a bajillion of those at Target. Now they're expensive, but back in the day, they got clearance at Target.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where by the time it actually shows up at retail and it's still on pre-order status on your Target account or on your Walmart account, and you can just go to the store and pick it up. So, what's the point?
And Scotty Don't, I love this call. Target pre-authorize your card until bank. Yeah, and it's not like you do it once and they stop. No, they keep pre-authorizing it, so it'll mess with your accounts or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's such a pain in the neck. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
But
yeah. And speaking of that, I got excited. I think it was the week before Christmas. I noticed that they pre-authorized my card for that Droids Black Series Boba Fett, because I pre-ordered that. That's like the one Black Series figure I wanted because I like the art. And like, I'm like, oh, they pre-authorized it again. I guess it's shipping soon. And it's like, nope.
No,
they're going to pre-authorize it once a week until it actually ships. And that's
absurd.
That's like, there's got to be like a law against that.
I would think so, because depending on how long they take, they just keep doing it over and over and over again. And it'll completely, depending on how you're shaking things out with your finances, that can really mess you up.
Yeah. You get it. You don't have the money in there, and then you get an overdraft charge or whatever the case.
Or they cancel it because I don't know. Like, I'm done with Target pre-order. I'm done with Target pre-orders. Generally, their exclusives are relatively easy to find. So I'm just done. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm done. Done. All right, moving on. Hasbro extends their Lucasfilm license, but Mattel gets the Disney princesses. They made a point to mention Indiana Jones with the new Indiana Jones 5 coming out. Is it redemption for Hasbro in the Indiana Jones line?
I wouldn't call it redemption. I don't think those 4-inch figures were terrible.
No.
They were good for what they were. There was a
Yeah.
very long drought with no indie figures of any kind, and they covered all the movies. Gave us some pretty cool vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
But everything's going to be 6-inch, and or role play toys.
I'd be okay with just like a 6-inch indie. That's what she said. But because it's Indiana Jones is a weird line, but I would love to have a complete vintage line, but it's just so damn expensive. But I'd get like just a 6-inch indie for sure.
But could this go the way of the Crystal Skull figures, where when you look back at the 4-inch series, the Crystal Skull figures for the majority of them are the least desired, and I don't just mean Mutt. Like, yes, he is that figure is hopeless. But out of all of them, it's the least collected, I think. And I recently bought 2 pretty good size indie collections, and they're hard to sell, the Crystal Skull figures. So Hasbro really needs to do, if they're going to do a 6-inch line, and if they do sort of a where if they label the series like Plasma series, or how Mattel did the Amber collection with Jurassic Park, it'll have to be like a premiere thing that covers all movies minus Mutt, because that'll kill the line.
They'll kill the land. But you're right. I think Hasbro needs to take the Plasma series approach, where Wave 1 is movie 1, just Raiders, Raiders Indy, Raiders Marion, Raiders I don't know, what's the other 3 characters they could do?
Whatever. I mean, there's so many. They can do so many, even just like generic army builder guys.
Sure.
They need to do that.
Bog. How about a 6-inch arc filled with a bag of bones?
But yeah, they need to do that. They need to. So they got the license for it. Is it this year? Is it 2022? They need to start filling those waves, and then when that movie comes out, the new one, kill the line there.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Ryan Dole. Indiana Jones, it belongs in a museum. It belongs in a museum collection. There you go. I like that.
Although I did probably call it the Ark collection.
Probably the Covenant, Ark of the Covenant. Sala, yes, Sala, absolutely. Melty faced guy. Yep. Bullock. Nazi on a motorcycle. I mean, I don't think the Nazi market's really strong on Target.
No, they'll probably get shot down pretty quick.
But
we could get Willie and Short Round, the whole bit. Everybody.
Extend our late the show, but glad to make it. Happy to have you here. I think our mutual friend Shannon Griffin said a HasLab whip. Just buy a whip, right? I mean, I'm sure it's a unique whip or something. I don't know. I've always wanted like the Indiana Jones fedora, but the problem is, John, is my head is so large that anytime I put on like a fedora or something, I just look like an idiot.
You just need to start wearing it. So when you do something like that, you just got to force yourself, and then everyone around you gets used to it. So then everyone around you, like, oh, this is what Jay looks like now. Whatever. It's going to be your hurdle to get over, your personal hurdle.
But I think it was circa 2003, maybe. I got a fedora, right? And I was like, I'm going to be a fedora guy. I was like, I made this commitment. And I got like Ray-Bans wafers. And I was like, I've always wanted to be a cool fedora guy. Didn't work. It was awful. It was terrible. Terrible. It was almost as bad as those McFarlane head sculpts. It was just awful. It was bad. Oh my god! But I've always wanted to be cool enough to like pull off a fedora. That's just like, but I feel like you have to like wear button-up shirts and have like dress like slacks and stuff.
Yeah, there's more than just the fedora to go along with it.
And my problem is that I'm a t-shirt and jeans, t-shirt and shorts or a hoodie guy, and
Mhm.
you can't do a fedora with t-shirt and jeans. It just doesn't work. Yeah, my hat size. It's not Bruce Bochy. I don't have an 8, but my fitted cap size is a 7.5. So it's a pretty large noggin, and it's tight. 7 point. All right. Anyway, all right. Let's keep going here. We'll try and be. Oh, no, sorry, window. There we go. Super 7 sub licensing out the Silverhawks. Is Ramen Toys the company that did those
the Centurions 80s Commanders, yeah. And those figures
those
are trash.
Yep.
Yes. And thank you, Dan Larson, for falling on the sword for that line. He has check out his posts and his reviews of those figures. They are awful. And we were so excited for those two.
Same. And yeah, Dan Larson, if you follow him on Instagram, is it at Toy Galaxy or Dan Larson on Instagram?
It's Toy Galaxy, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Check out the videos because they look terrible. They look worse than McFarlane. Those Batman. It looks bad.
Mm-hmm. The articulation's bad. Oh. The unmasked head sculpts are really, really bad. And they're $100 each.
Mm-hmm. So bad. So while this is shiny, you're right. Since it's Ramen Toys, and since what they did with those kind of not Centurions but not Centurions figures, I cannot not recommend this enough. Double not.
Right. Because again, with the Centurions figures, the 80s Commanders, we saw plenty of renders, and even the test shots looked pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Just like with what we're seeing right here with the Silverhawks, where they didn't get licensing to call them Sky Commanders, but they got the licensing to call these Silverhawks.
They did. They got the license from Super 7. Super 7 gave them the license, or they paid them or whatever.
If these turn out terrible, if these turn out bad too, will Super 7 shut it down? Will they say you you have no idea what you've done? Like,
agree.
Don't tarnish the brand.
For Super 7, like, and again, you're your own company, you can do whatever you want. And also Ramen Toys should be given the opportunity to improve, right? Because Ryan Dole's here. We got to figure out our 90s showdown of best toy companies of the 90s. We got to figure that out.
I can't wait to see that.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. If work wasn't so busy right now, I would do it this, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I gotta figure that out, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. But Toy Biz of the 90s was trash, but look at how far they came, right? And they brought us to modern toy collecting with Marvel Legends.
Yep.
So Ramen Toys should be given the opportunity, which Super 7 has given them. But if I'm not spending, it's $89 for a 6-inch figure.
No way.
Right now, Big Bad Toy Store. $89. We thought Super 7 was expensive.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a I wouldn't put that, like, this is we have to see it first before even then I don't even know if I would, but $89 and for how bad those Centurions figures were.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
And so $89 if they were a proven company, if they had a good track record, if it was, Mezco figures start at $80 retail for Mezco 112. You get good sculpts, soft goods, tons of accessories, all kinds of stuff. So obviously these are going to be a lower production run, so the price is going to be higher because that's how factories work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
comparing them to Toy Biz, and Toy Biz being kind of not great in the beginning,
but at least they were like a nickel at KB Toys.
Right, exactly. And they went out of they shot themselves out of the gate with Centurion, something we have been clamoring for as collectors, a modern, updated Centurions figures. That's really nice.
Yeah.
And then we're excited. We see renders. The price was not great. It's still around $100 a piece. And then they get in people's hands and they're trash. But before they went in people's hands, we saw that Ramen Toys was doing Silverhawks. We already knew that this was coming.
Yeah.
And then $90 after the fact that we know what you are producing is crap.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, this is I think this is a failure right away.
Yeah.
Right away.
Spitzwater, insane. People are saying there's an early bird price till February 13th.
Yes. If you order directly through them, yep.
But even $65. I'm sorry. Like those, again, just go to Dan Larson's Twitter or Instagram. He posted a lot of it. They look awful. So Ramen Toy, like, again, I understand it's your first one. There's a lot of things you're learning as you're going. So I don't want to knock you too hard, but those are terrible. And you have a lot to prove with this. And yes, it's a licensed toy. You're licensing it from Super 7. So we'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out, but I'm not spending money on that.
No. And if they started with other things, if they started just with like something non-licensed, if they just came out with any kind of figure that would match, Marvel Legends or anything in a 6-inch scale, they just came up with their own idea and did that and tried to make that successful, put some money in the bank, put some, credibility in your company, but just come out of the gate with two huge brands that we've been wanting from the 80s, modernized, and then they turn out awful.
Yeah. Love is from Charlie Weaver. No one should pay $90 for 6 inches.
That's what she said.
Oh my God. Right. And it's right. Like there's so much better stuff out there.
Yeah. VCG Cosplay just said the oversized Optimus was $40. I got a bunch of oversized Transformers that are incredible, and they were super cheap.
Sorry, Ramen Toy. I get it. Maybe there's a whole bunch of reasons why it's that much, but nope.
Although, why Jang did it illegally.
We'll see. And maybe there's a video to be had about just the rising prices. I know inflation is in a lot of things. And again, I don't want to over or understate that. It's a fact. I mean, economy's going hot and there's all these shortages and everything like that. It's the name of the game. It's what we're living in right now.
Shortage of silver paint, apparently. It's making it so expensive. It's like semiconductor chips. You just can't get it.
Oh my God. All right. G.I. Joe. We got our first looks at carded Baroness hitting Walmarts in Washington State. Thoughts here. I love the retro card back. The tall bubble seems absurd with a 6-inch figure. But John, what's your thoughts here on carded retro?
Yeah, I think they could have made that bubble a little smaller and tucked that stuff in behind her. You know how like Super 7 Ultimates do a double stacked bubble where it's just a smaller bubble behind. They could have done that and made it look a little better.
Yeah.
But I mean, after seeing this, I might get it.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I mean, I think the looks are cool. I just think, Hasbro in the multi-language file, whatever. It is what it is. It's the name of the game with the business these days. But I just think the bubble is absurd. And I love Chaz the Guru posted this. So look at the in comparison here of the Black Series vintage card backs and the G.I. Joe side by side. I just think there's no reason for the bubble to be that big. And I get there's a correlation to the vintage toy line, but just with a 6-inch figure, it just looks insane. but the figure looks really good. I'm an opener anyway, but I feel like it just needs to be tweaked a little bit here. It could have been a lot better.
Yeah, I think the bubble should have. I mean, not the bubble. The card should have been the same size as the retro Star Wars stuff, just like in the '80s. All those 4-inch figures.
Yep.
It's like cards were the identical sizes across the board, no matter what. No matter what the figure was. That's why we all have those star cases that fit fit that card size. I think they should have tucked that stuff down behind her.
Yeah,
made the card regular size, apparently, compared to the Greedo.
Because I mean, it's the Black Series Star Wars is not a small card back anyway. Like so like this thing's got to be huge. Like what retailer has space for this?
I know. Yeah, I haven't owned any of the Star Wars Black Series on the retro cards, but I've had some of the X-Men stuff on the Legends Toy Biz style cards, and those were pretty big.
Yeah.
So this looks like it's going to tower.
Yeah.
Above that. I mean, like the Kingpin figure on the Spider-Man card back, the Legends figure. That was a big card. And it looks like it's going to be about that size for Kingpin. And this is just bareness.
Love this, Jay Darkside. Walmart shipping lease is going to be brutal. Yes.
Yeah. You're just going to get them into one of those bigger size bubble mailers, and it's going to come or fold it over. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're just folded over in the box. They had no boxes big enough for this.
Well, they'll just rip the bubble off and send you the bubble.
We'll see. Again, I think that I love the vintage. I love going retro. I love going vintage. I love, I'll probably pick up these figures. I think the figure looks good, but yeah, I just think it's a little too big.
Yep.
That's what she said.
All right. Also, we're big. I know I am. I'm all in on the O-Rings resurgence. And got some first looks here. Chaz the Guru posted this. Very matte on the snake eyes. I can't wait. I pre-ordered this on Hasbro Pulse. We'll see whenever I get it. Did you do these on Hasbro Pulse or not, John? I don't know.
No. I was just gonna wait and see.
They look very matte compared to the vintage figures, but I'd love to see. I have the original, so I'll be curious to see how these look side by side.
Yeah, the regular original Snake Eyes was shiny, just like all the rest of the original Straight Arms.
Yeah,
that's definitely it's like the same shade as the backpack and the Uzis.
So we'll see how that plays out in person. It looks very, very, very matte in those pictures. So we'll see. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it comes with the V3 guns and sword too. So we'll see how that plays out. Which I get it, because version 1 of Snake Eyes is not probably the Snake Eyes most people love, right? I think it's V2 of Snake Eyes. Iconic Snake Eyes. So I get throwing in some other accessories in there because it's probably what you have in your mind, where the original Storm Shadow still is like the iconic Storm Shadow. So that's why I'm curious why they just didn't do the V2 Snake Eyes as the first one. So I don't know, but I'm all in on O-Rings either way, and whenever they come in, I will definitely review them on this channel. V4 Snake Eyes for the win. I always V2, but I think all Snake Eyes are cool.
I did like V4. I had bought him when he came out. He was the one with the he had black pants with a blue stripe down it, and he had a silver, was it silver vest? He had red, I think a red goggle. He had a blue backpack that shot a red grappling hook out the back.
I was not as big a fan of that, but he still looks cool. He's cool. Let me pull this up from yojo.com.
He was one I bought when I was a kid.
I was very intermittent by this point of the line. Early 90s was kind of like just I would get it every now and then. Let's see. Yeah. There you go. V4. Yeah, it's okay. I'm V2s for me. The best Snake Eyes is V2. But maybe I'm being cliche. Maybe I'm being a basic toy collector. But I think V2. But V4 is cool looking, I guess. Here you go. It's paintball Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I haven't played paintball in forever. Is paintball still a thing? That was a lot of fun.
I think so.
In the late 90s.
I think it's more of like a corporate event kind of
oh man, has it become a corporate event?
I think so.
Outing?
I think so. I think it's more team building than hobby outing.
Damn. That's when you know you're old. All right, John, we're running long.
We are.
But it's Toy Halls time. Is there anything else we're going to talk? We got to go to Toy Halls. We have nothing. Yep. We got to do it. John,
Toy Halls are heavy this week.
Yeah, mine is a little bit heavy too, but you need to lead because you teased me yesterday with your Toy Halls.
I did.
And my friend, I can't wait any longer. You gotta start things off here.
All right. I'll try and go quick.
Okay.
So not a toy.
Okay.
But finally, you got this to me. The giant Alf coloring book. And it is awesome. I was looking through it, and this is like the first thing where because usually Alf merchandise, it was just Alf and his fellow Melmacians. But this has the family. It has Willie. It has Kate. It has Brian. It has Lynn. It's got and his buddies from Melmac. So this and the people who colored previously did a fantastic job.
They did a great job.
Yes, this was no kid. This was no kid. And you know what? The first thing after I got back in the car, that Sue said,
yeah.
She was wondering, like, can we bring this to FedEx? Do they have a copy machine big enough so we can copy these giant pages to color them? Because we don't want to ruin the book anymore. We don't want to color in the book.
Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. Finally. If you ever want to know what it was like to be my friend, there's no greater example than knowing that I care about my friends a whole bunch. Like I genuinely care and love my friends, but I am so horrible at remembering to bring things or whatever. So when did I get that for you, John? Like 6 months ago? I'm so sorry.
I think it was like September.
Was it September?
Probably. I'm trying to think. It was pre-September Raleigh Toy Show.
You're right. Oh, that's right, because I didn't bring it then.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost didn't bring it yesterday because like I was leaving and I was like, nope, not today, Satan. I'm going downstairs and I'm getting that thing. I'll just be a little bit late.
and something else you picked up for me,
yes,
was the Afterlife Plasma series.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So I'm all caught up on Plasma series outside of the mini puffs.
Awesome. Yes.
And that I'm not going to get the Ecto. I don't care to get the undersized Ecto.
Yeah, don't.
I've seen it enough times. I don't need it. And then another thing you brought was we got our TMNT Ultimates Wave 4.
Yes.
Right? Did you open them yet?
Oh, I did.
Oh man, I think this wave turned out really well. The joints are all tight.
Yep.
And this guy is he is amazing.
Oh, so
amazing. Even if you're not a turtle fan, say you don't collect turtles whatsoever, you got it. You need a giant Muckman and even like Joe Eyeball. Oh man. It's so good. It's so good.
I opened mine up and so I did my filming, right? I filmed the opening and then do the little pan shot. So I did all of my B-roll footage for my review of this wave. And I wish, and usually I just shoot the figures. I wish I had a camera on my face for it, because when I lifted the top of that box for Muckman, even though I knew, I was like, this was a figure when we first saw it. We talked about it on the show a year.
Like figure of the year, and we only saw the Nate's art.
Yes. And so all of that, even still lifting the box and seeing it in the box, I was like, oh my God.
And he knew which one was his, because every other box was the same size that all Ultimates are in, and his box was bigger. It's like when I put my hands down, I'm like, oh, that's got to be Muckman. You pick it up, it's like 8 pounds of plastic in there. Oh man, it's so good. And I tell you what,
So
the real sleeper hit for me, because I was never a fan of this figure.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
Mondo
cool.
Gecko.
And he's so slim on accessories. It's like, this is it. This is it. You get a couple extra hands.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You get an alternate head, right?
Oh my God, John! I think. Hold on.
Did you do him the same?
Yep. 100% the same. Oh my God, we did it the same way. we so if you don't know, John and I swapped the heads and the same hands.
And the same exact hands, right? Because he came with 2 hands or 3 hands total for each arm.
Yes, we did the same. Oh my God, was it the Shaka hand or whatever in the open hand?
And the open hand, yep.
Oh my, that's hilarious.
Such a great figure.
Oh, it's really good.
And I was so, like, meh for him.
Mm-hmm.
And
the Gecko Bros. We're Gecko Bros.
And the rest are just
seriously
awesome. I mean,
Wave 4, I can't wait to do my review, like do my actual talking, but Wave 4 is so good. Where a very good turtle is like the least like just like a really good turtle's like it's all right, because the other figures are so good, like amazing.
Yeah, it's like, and that completes the turtles.
It does.
Mm-hmm. But
any other storyline would be like, that would be the highlight. No, that's the 4th best thing out of those 4 figures.
And Donnie was the last one I opened.
Yeah, right.
I was like, it's just going to be Donatello. I don't know if I'm going to like it, because the joints on my last 2 turtles have not been great, and the plastic's too shiny.
Except Jay has mine. I do have mine run Goofy Foot. I'm left-footed, so that's generally how my orientation.
Okay.
Footedness.
Another thing you picked up for me was these 2 fellas.
Oh yeah. Oh, you opened yours. I haven't even opened mine yet.
Yep. Very cool. Comes on his little flight stand. He's meh.
Yeah,
kind of boring. His hair makes, his head articulation is very limited. Very limited.
Yep.
And then I mentioned this already.
Oh yeah.
It's so cool. You ordered yours from Amazon?
I didn't, but it may or may not be in my toy hauls today, so don't worry about me.
Okay, so yeah. I got this lot on eBay for $50. It was a buy it now.
$50. Okay. So let me set the tone here. John, we met yesterday in real life. We had to swap some things. And you told me, you said, I got one of those things that I just find on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've watched this show long enough, ladies and gentlemen in the chat,
that happens a lot.
John just has this ability to find these insane deals. So John, so $50 is what you spent on this buy it now lot.
Yeah.
Okay. We're setting the table. Go ahead. You have the floor. I'm gonna make you full screen here, my friend.
So it was a box full of figures. MOTU. Vintage.
Okay.
With a couple other stragglers, like there's a monkey in from Thundercats, and a bow from Princess of Power. But in there, we had an unbroken and working Sorod with his gun.
With the gun?
With the impossible to find gun. You get that spark in action.
Oh, look at that spark!
We had a Hurricane Hordak. That's not too bad. His vac metal's pretty nice.
It's pretty nice.
Now, mind you, this was a $50 buy it now. $50.
$50.
A snout spout, and he's still got his plug.
Woo.
He's pretty nice.
Pretty shiny.
We got a Ninjor.
Ninjor.
Yep. But No accessories, but he
Okay.
works.
But
He's not
still
too
looks
bad.
pretty good.
Mm-hmm. We got a Mosquitor.
Woo! Oh,
Still
it
pumping.
still works.
Still pumping. He's pretty clean too.
Wow.
And then
Oh God. What?
50
Get out of
bucks.
here.
Yep.
Scareglow?
Yep. So then, okay, so I wrap up that purchase, and immediately I think
Show the box of all just the other random He-Mans.
okay.
I saw an Extendar in there.
Oh yeah, there's an Extendar, which he's rough. His limbs don't really hold in very well.
Okay, still that's a whole box of
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah. It's chock-a-block full. No other accessories though.
Was that Dragon Blaster Skeletor?
Yeah, he's got the larger feet.
Yeah.
Yep. Prince Adam. Antenna. Clawful.
Oh my God.
We got a Too Bad. Webstore, Manny Faces, Stinkor, Zor, Screech, Beastman. There's a really bad Panther. Fisto, Cobra Khan, Tongue Lasher, Buzz Off, Stratos. One of the other guys from, was it the A-Team collection?
It looks like A-Team, yeah.
And then that monkey that I said.
Oh my God.
And then there was also a tattoo from Pirates of the Galaxies, Remco. It's always fun to find a Pirates of the Galaxies figure.
Wow.
So then, okay, so I wrapped up the purchase.
Okay, you wrap it at 50 bucks for what is that, like $500 worth of stuff?
It's a good amount.
Exact Todd Smith Wondar in there. Jeez Louise.
And immediately I'm like, well, somebody's, because eBay listings hang out as like they're live for like 2 minutes after the purchase is made.
Sure.
So anybody could just gone on there and said, hey, I'll give you $100 just for the skeleton guy if you want to cancel that last transaction,
Mm-hmm.
So I just wait. And then I just continue doing my usual how I look at eBay, finding things. And I find this lot where it has like 4 weapons in it.
Okay.
And there was a land shark gun, a Castle Grayskull halberd.
Yep.
And a Ninjor sword.
What?
And Mosquitor's gun.
What?
Yes. And the crazy part is this lot with the weapons was right up the street in Apex for $5 for $5.
$5 for Mosquitor's gun and Ninja sword?
Yeah. And this was on eBay. And it's actually a person that I met years ago that I sold Marvel Legends to. It's an older guy that's retired, and he just kind of flips stuff. He's like one of those people who goes to the stores and gets clearance stuff and flips it on eBay, and then he finds old stuff at the flea market every once in a while. And he had this lot with like 4 weapons in it for $5. So it was like within minutes, I bought the Mosquito in the lot and the Ninjor, and then 2 minutes later, I found the weapons for next to nothing.
Wow.
That will never happen again.
That's insane. Chris Esposito, John should hold conferences like Tony Robbins about how to search eBay. Agreed.
This is what I do for a living now. I can give my secrets away.
Wow.
That was a good one. That was a pretty good one. Anytime you get a lot of Scareglows I'm finding now, not buying, but just finding online. They have broken arms, and the entire like the nub piece that the arm plugs onto is like cracked off inside the arm.
That's a really nice. I'm sure it's missing the cape, but it's clean.
Yeah, there's no like staining.
Yeah, mine has staining on the shoulders, a little bit of staining where the cape has been sitting on the figure.
Yep, I think that's what helps it when it loses the cape. You're gonna have a nice figure for longer.
Wow,
it's not sticky. Twist still works.
Unreal.
And I can't believe Sorad has his gun.
I had a sword at one point, and I never found the gun. Wow. Woo. Charlie, look at that grin. Hashtag crushing it. Hashtag proud AF. I would. This is. I love this from my iBrand 3G. That will never happen again, says John every week.
Yeah, every week.
Jay Darkside. I'm sure he'll find the cape with his eBay magic.
No, I'll find it at the Goodwill.
Oh my God! Wow. Wow. Is that every? Is that every?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all I got. Right?
Oh, why should I even do a toy haul? Like, what's the point? I felt like I had good toy hauls this week, but it's like it doesn't even matter now. It doesn't.
But you did. You did. You had a good week.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Oh, you know what I did get yesterday when I went into Walmart after I saw you.
Yeah.
One of those what are you like a blind bag, the mini puffs that are in like the little container.
Yeah.
That was the first time I've seen them like ever in person.
They had both series 1 and series 2 there, I believe.
I just grabbed one. I haven't opened it yet, but I was excited to find something.
What do I got now? It doesn't matter. I got toys, I guess. All right. What?
It's just funny.
So I bought some Eternals figs and the guy threw in a USS flag. Oh my God. All right. Went to Target today just as part of our normal, like we do, it's like Costco, Wegmans, and Target. That's our grocery shopping on Sundays for the week. And Target had some stuff. It had already been kind of ransacked a little bit, so there was a little bit left over. But they had some of the latest Revelations figures, and they had Fisto.
No way.
So they had one Fisto, but the Andra, Scareglow, and Stinkor had already, I assume, bought because this was all that was there was the Fisto.
And they left Fisto,
right? But I would have loved the Scareglow and Stinkor. I already have the Andra, so really just Stinkor and Scareglow is all I need from this wave. Fisto in Revelation has one of the best lines in the whole series.
Yep.
What was he like? I'd like to fist him.
I'd like to fist him.
Yeah, something like that. Such a good line. Anyway,
that's a good find though.
Yeah, I was kind of like, oh, okay. And then yes, if you follow me on Instagram, Geek Dad Life, you saw that on Friday. I found this at the Briar Creek Walmart. Savage, HeMan, and Orko. Found 2, so I got one for you, John.
Thank you.
At the Target right next to my house, they had one Triclops pack. I don't know if you've gotten Triclops yet, but
nope.
Triclops pack. And they also had one Stridor as well. So I got Stridor. Boom. So I am awesome. Stridored up. So a lot of Revelation stuff. I feel like I need to do a live unboxing of some Revelation figs. So maybe Wednesday at 9:00. Hit the subscribe button and that bell icon, and I'll do it live. If I get at least, everybody in the chat, if I get 150 likes on this stream right now, by the time we go offline, I will do a live stream unboxing on Wednesday.
Ooh.
So that's my challenge to all of you online right now. If you want to see me,
hit that like button.
If you want to see me open up all these Revelation figs that I got backed up, you want to hang out and open some toys, hit that like button. I need at least 150 by the time we go offline to do that on Wednesday night. So 43 likes ago. Okay, there you go. There's 320 people on this right now. Just go hit that like button.
Take care of it right now.
Exactly. It'd be like that.
Yep. Pretty
easy goal. 120. We're at 123. 33. So come on, hit that like button. We're at 150. We'll do it. Stridor as well. Yeah, I have to do the Stridor. John, you picked up my the CGI Orko, which I'm really excited about.
Very nice.
Boom. And then I found a decent Evelyn finally that didn't have the face paint on these they had 3 at the Walmart you were at yesterday.
Yeah, I saw them.
And this was the only one out of those 3 that was like okay. So I don't know what
they do like a weird. It's almost like it's printed on there, right? The face paint, and sometimes it's like it's printed off just a tiny bit. It's gonna happen.
A lot of likes dropping down. There you go, almost there. You got to at least hit 150. Hit that like button, everybody. 4, 5, 4. I can't see it right now because I'm streaming live. But anyway, yeah, got Evil in. So excited for that. 3. Holy moly. There you go. Come on, 3 more people. 2 more. Exactly. Usually the show gets like 200 something like, so it's pretty easy. But I'm saying while it's happening, 1 more. There we go.
I could have opened up YouTube on my phone and just give it that last one.
All right, there you go. There we have 155. Maybe I should have made it 200. Anyways, hit that like button if you haven't done it yet. Anyway,
too late now.
That's true. I messed
You're
up.
playing with HeMan toys.
Exactly. Wait, I know you podcast. We did a thing. We did do a thing. We did it. We made it. Happy New Year. 164. Oh my God. Let's get to 200. Why not? Have we hit 200 likes yet? There's 325 people watching us right now. Just wherever you're watching, just go hit the like button.
If you get to 300, you're gonna have to open like a vintage toy.
Yeah, I feel like
Break
like,
that cardinal rule.
Do? I don't know. Just come on, keep hitting that like button if you haven't done it yet. Okay. Nick Dillinger is in the chat. I was on his podcast a little while back. I think it was his Christmas Eve episode. Yeah, by the power of likes, mission accomplished. We get to 200. Jay will even recycle. I recycle, like I will separate out the plastics and make sure I am a firm believer. 200 likes and John gives everyone a free scarecrow. Comments, if you get 200, John has to give me Mosquito's gun. I have a vintage Mosquito. I don't have a gun. In the collection I bought, it did not have the gun.
Oh, really? You've had that Mosquito for a long time, haven't you?
I did. It came in the collection that I got the Eternia in. So the Eternia is this huge He-Man collection. It had a Mosquito in there. And yeah, it did not come with a gun, which is, I don't know, doesn't bother me that much, to be completely honest. Because I have an Eternia. You know who doesn't have an Eternia? Craig from Yes Have Some.
He won't have room for that.
I'm just trying to make him. It's the year of the play set on Yes Have Some.
They put the pressure on him for the Filmation Ghostbusters Ghost Commands.
Really? Yeah, because he added the Police Academy police headquarters, which is a great play set. Really, the last Ghostbusters vintage playset it needs to do is it needs that. I'm just saying, Craig, we said it last week, say it again. If the Ghost Command playset doesn't happen,
that's going to be a hard get. I was looking on eBay, even completed listings. There hasn't been hiding our hair of a headquarters command center or whatever it's called. Nothing.
Yeah. Nothing.
Nope.
Yeah, Eternia Owners Unite. Exactly. I feel like you have to, if you're gonna do it, you got to have if you're gonna have a flag, you got to have an Eternia, right? Those are kind of like the big two.
Yep.
Of the 80s. So. Just saying. No, I'm kidding. I know Craig will find it. I know, but really, Ghost Command playset needs to happen for Craig this year. I'm gonna send all the best toy collector vibes you can send to Craig that he finds a Ghost Command playset. All right. His Craig's over like, curse you, Jay. He can do it. He can do it. All right. So Nick sent me these as a really nice gesture for being honest. I didn't. Maybe if I'm ever on your live stream, anyone, I don't ever expect a gift, but he sent me this really nice gift. He sent me the Shogun Godzilla, which I already had, but I was keeping it on card. So now I got one to open, which I'm really pumped about.
Very cool.
So pumped about that. Yeah, exactly. If you haven't watched the interview, I think I posted it on my community page, but Wait, I Know You podcast. It's it right now. I don't know if you can like click on that and go to it, but it was really fun to spend an hour or so with Nick. Really good, fun podcast. Check it out if you haven't yet. Stuck at 176. Come on, we can get to 200 by the end of this episode. We can do it. I believe us. I believe in us. And then he got me some. If you know, I'm a Padres fan, diehard Padres fan, Sanger Padres fan. And got me the Super 7 Manny Machado.
Awesome
reaction figure, which I'm pumped about. And then what I'm really pumped about, because I think I missed getting it, or maybe it's still available. I don't know, but the San Diego Chicken And people don't realize the famous chicken is originally San Diego chicken. It's where he got his start before he became like national.
Huh.
So the famous San Diego chicken.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And if you people ask, I have at a Padres game a year where wait, I can't.
You can kind of see it right next to Skeletor, right?
Yeah, it's right there. It's like looking in a mirror, but I got a bobblehead at a Padre game. But anyway, so yeah, really excited to get this. So Nick, thank you so much. That's super kind. Anything else? Oh yeah, and I got the Batman Hot Wheels Batmobile, the bigger one. You know, it was like $5.99 ones.
Yeah, I think it's a 1/50th scale. I think.
Yeah. Again, I'm excited for this movie. I really dig this Batmobile. It's like a muscle car Batmobile. I think it's really cool. I'm definitely the Spin Masters one. I saw it at Target today, but I dropped all that money on the HeMan stuff, so I'll probably have to go another time. I assume that one will be around. It's not gonna be that hard to find. But I'm a sucker for Batmobiles. I buy every Batmobile version of a Batmobile I can find, and this one I think looks really cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so disappointed if that Batmobile doesn't get a lot of screen time.
Oh, it needs to. It's really cool. It's really cool. But I'm excited for the film. Whatever. Like if you don't want like it, that's fine. But I'm excited for it. Michael Giacchino did the score for us Lost fans. He's a great composer. Okay, John, we're almost at 2 hours. We gotta do a quick Stump John. Let me see. Comics sent something in. I asked if he had a higher res photo. They did not send one. So this resolution, John. I'm sorry on this.
Turn off the chat.
Yeah, turn off the chat. Let me pull it up here. The resolution is super tiny, but I think you can do it. I think you can do it. Ryan Dole, I'm so excited and worried about the Batman buying all the toys. Listen, Spin Masters is doing great stuff, Riley. Bob, does the Batmobile have side eyes too? All right, well, John, it's the end of Toy Geeks, and you know what that means? Yes, it's that time again. It's time where we try to put John through his paces on all of his toy knowledge. Yes, we're going to try to stump him on multiple accessories from a vintage toy line. Everybody all around the world, everybody in the chat, yes, it's time to stump that John. All right. So Comics 1017 sent this picture in.
Okay.
Comics, if you want to, Curtis, if you want to send another picture in, the resolution came in really small in this picture. So it's gonna be tough for you, John. But I feel like maybe you can still get it.
Maybe I could get it.
Maybe. There's 3 accessories. You get to see them all at once.
Is the sword Thundercats HeMan? Is that his name?
Yes, it is. Thundercats HeMan. Okay. 1 down.
Is the flag, does that go to Duke?
Nope.
No? Okay, I won't get that. Because I thought it was a G.I. Joe Duke figure, the one that came with a jetpack and the flag. And I can't tell what that is. It looks like a toothpick.
It's so small. That's why I wish I had a high resolution photo.
Nope.
Because it looks like something that could definitely get a.
That's what she said.
I'm still trying to think what that flag could be. Is it a figure, or does it go to a figure or a playset?
Is an accessory to a figure.
Okay, I won't get it because I just thought Duke. That's it. And that other thing, I'm gonna take a stab at it.
Okay, take a stab.
Does it go to a DC Classics figure?
It does.
Okay. It's not Big Bardas, is it?
No.
Is it it's just Gem?
No. It's DC Classics though. It's DC Classics.
See, all I can see is it's small and gold. That's it. And there's a few figures that came with like a gold pole thing.
Yep.
There was
It's DC. Oh, you're close. You're so close, John.
Starman.
Yes! Oh my God, you did it! How did you pull it? It's a grainy little golden rod.
Golden Age Starman.
Golden Age Starman. Yes. Wow.
And what did the flag come with?
You won, so I'll just give it to you anyway. DC Direct Superman figure.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten it.
Wow. How could you? That's insane. Well done.
If I squint, it just looks like a piece of. I can't even tell that it's gold. It just looks like a little stick.
I thought there was no way you get that one just because it was so like as I zoom in, it's just so digital. Wow. Wow. Well done. It is definitely ribbed.
Yep.
It's my favorite, like, wasn't it from Wayne's World? Rib for her pleasure. Ew. Wow.
Is that it? Is that all of them? Is that all we got?
All of them. John, you got 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. That's Meatloaf, right? Rest in peace, Meatloaf.
Yep. Mr. Loaf.
I call him Mr. Loaf. It's a sign of respect. But
as I was bagging and boarding comics on Friday, there's an ad for Meatloaf who did like a PSA on the back of one of the comics.
Oh, really?
I'm trying to remember what it was. Yeah.
Wow. Space Cowboys. No, it's 2 out of 3. It's 6. It's not an F. It's 2 out of 3. That's like more. That's
66.6%.
66%. Oh my God! Yes, John, accessory legend, indeed. Yeah, rest in peace, Meatloaf. Louis Anderson too. Like I feel like we lost a lot of people this past week or so.
And what's his face from KRP in Cincinnati and head of the class today.
Yep. 2022 is rough so far. All right. Well, we're at 2 hours. Holy moly!
Wow.
We covered so much tonight, John. So much happened tonight. It was 66.7 is at least a D plus. I agree, Jeff Morris. I agree. Please, Mr. Loaf is my father. Agree. Bat of the Hell, one of the greatest albums of all time. For sure. All right, join us Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are watching this after the fact, join us live. It's a ton of fun. This week on the Geek Dad Live channel, tons of stuff. I'm releasing my review of the Wave 4. Oh, I didn't even say it. But yeah, I kind of talked about it while you were talking on, but oh my God, Wave 4 is a triumph.
Yep.
And my review of it will be coming hopefully Tuesday. If everything goes well, my timing, Tuesday, Wave 4 of TMNT Ultimates, because if I was disappointed with Wave 3, I think we're both, John, you and I were disappointed with Wave 3. Wave 4 brought us right back in. This Muckman is chef's kiss. So freaking good. I think comics also did. Yeah, look, just dueling Muckmans.
So good.
So good. And then since you did it over 150 likes, I will be doing a live unboxing Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A whole bunch of Revelation figures. That's Wednesday, and we'll be back Sunday. Check out our good friend Ryan Dole and Craig and everybody. Yes, have some Toy Anxiety on Tuesday. What are you doing there, John?
His arms are articulated.
They are. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, so you can turn his head.
Wow. So I left mine as little baggy to make sure his paint didn't scuff in the
yeah, I was going to, but then I just nah.
It's just Jay's Muckman left-footed. Nice. All right. Exactly. 186. Get to 200 plus, people. Hit that like button if you haven't done it yet. Hit the subscribe button and that bell icon to be notified when the latest episode of Geek Dad Live drops. Everybody, thank you so much in the chat. We had a lot of fun tonight. And until next time, hasta luego and goodbye.